Have you ever hit your driver and thought, I hit it solid, so why didn't it go very far? Most golfers immediately blame their swing. But according to one of the world's biggest golf instructors, the problem usually starts before you even swing. Today, we're going to look at 3 simple driver mistakes that cost amateur golfers distance, accuracy, and consistency. And after each point, I'll show you how Rick Shiels explains it. Then we'll break it down together. Let's get started. Point 1. The first mistake is ball position. It sounds simple, but this one mistake changes everything. If the ball sits too far back, it's almost impossible to hit the driver the way it was designed. Let's see how Rick Shiels explains it.
Number 1 is very simple, ball position. I see too many golfers, when they set up to driver, having the ball position too central in the stance. Now the issue with that, with driver, we want to get the club going up into the back of the ball. We want the club head moving on an upwards angle of attack. If that ball position gets too far back, the driver gets guilty of hitting down. And you know what the results are? You either hit the ball ridiculously low, like super low. People watching this video might go, that's me. Or you could also hit the crown of the driver. You could sky it and the ball actually goes super, super, super high. What we want to do is make sure we hit the golf ball on the way up. So here's a really simple way of doing it. When you put your club head behind the golf ball, start with your feet really close together. And all I want to do from this point here, so you can see the club is pretty much in line with the middle of my feet. All I'm going to get to do is turn the left foot out to, let's say, 12 o'clock straight. We're going to point the left foot to 11 o'clock and then take your right foot stance nice and wide. So here what we've got, the width of stance is the same width as my shoulders. And check this out, my ball position is in line with my left heel. That way we can hit up into the back of the ball. This is so important when hitting driver. Ball forward so we can get this club moving upwards.
The key idea is simple. Drivers are designed to hit up on the golf ball. When the ball is too far back, the club is still moving downward. That creates lower launch, less carry, and poor contact. Moving the ball forward around your lead heel helps the driver work the way it was designed. Point 2. Now, even with the correct ball position, many golfers still struggle. Why? Because of body tilt. This is another mistake that limits both distance and consistency. Let's watch Rick explain it.
Number 2 is how we position our body as we come into impact. As I've just talked about, we want the driver moving up into the back of the golf ball. That's so important with driver, it really is. Unlike an iron we want to hit more down. We want to get the body over the top of the golf ball more. With driver, we want to delay that weight transfer. And that's what's really important there. That wording, we want to delay the weight transfer. So once we've got our ball position forward, notice how as I set up to the golf ball, my upper body is ever so slightly tilted. From the peak of my hat to my belt buckle, I've got a little bit of a slant going on. That way, that's going to help us to encourage that upwards hit when we come into the ball. So ideally when we hit with driver, we almost want to get into a position that is ever so slightly back. Our body is ever so slightly leaning backwards, only slightly, as we actually make contact with the golf ball. The benefit of that, you can hit slightly higher off the face, so you can get that low spin, and because you're hitting up on the golf ball, again, that'll give you the low spin and the correct launch angles to hit it longer. So as you set up to the golf ball, a little bit of a slant in the upper body, and it's not a lot, it's just a little bit of a tilt. And then from there, aim to try and stay in that slightly tilted position as you make contact with the golf ball. So you're almost just slightly delaying that weight transfer.
Notice something important. Rick isn't telling golfers to lean way back. It's only a slight tilt. That small adjustment helps create better launch, less spin, and much more efficient contact. Sometimes, a tiny setup change creates a huge difference. Point 3. The last mistake happens after impact. Many golfers here stay behind the ball, then they never move forward. That's not what great drivers do. Let's see the final tip.
The final point, point number 3. Now so far, number 1 and number 2 have definitely helped us hit more up on the golf ball to get those correct launch conditions. The last point, and it ties in very nicely to point number 2, what we don't want to do is hold all the weight too much on our back foot throughout the entire swing and into the follow through. That's where you are going to actually lose distance. We want to get that body moving towards a target, but we're delaying it. So I'm just going to take the ball off the tee for a moment. What you'll see here, and you'll see this from the best players in the world, once that ball position's forward and they've got that slight tilt in the body and they come into the golf ball with tilt, from that point then it is a rotation of the hips and it's a more of a move around the left leg. So we're delaying the weight transfer and then we're moving around that left leg. Notice how I've got more weight on my front foot here. I have fully pointed my hips towards the target. My body is fully rotated round and I've finished with balance. One of the best golfers in the world with this is Rory McIlroy. When he hits driver, and he's bloody good at hitting driver, he'll finish really, really balanced. Almost like a statue, he could stand there all day long. If we can blend these 3 positives and we can change these mistakes that are very common mistakes, if we can get into a pattern that's helping us create all of this power and control and speed, you will hit driver better than you ever have done before.
The best drivers don't stay on their back foot. They delay the weight shift, then rotate through the golf ball. Watch Rory McIlroy. He finishes balanced, fully rotated, and facing the target. That's where both power and control come from. BallFit Golf. So, before buying a new driver, before changing your swing, and before trying a different golf ball, check these 3 things first. Ball position, upper body tilt, balanced rotation. Most golfers focus on equipment, but great drivers always start with great setup. And remember, even the best golf ball can't fix poor contact. First, learn to strike the center of the face. Then, choose the golf ball that fits your swing. That's when you'll get the biggest improvement. Which of these 3 mistakes do you think you're making? Ball position, body tilt, weight transfer. Leave your answer in the comments below. If this video helped you, subscribe to BallFit Golf for simple, data-driven golf tips to help you hit longer and play better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.